Well, yesterday's game of Super Rugby Aotearoa between the Crusaders and the Blues may have seemed like the only match worth watching this weekend. We still have a Sunday match with plenty of repercussions to go with it. We're not fighting for top of the table here, we're fighting for survival, and no one wants to be left down the bottom in fifth when this season ends. It's the Hurricanes hosting the Highlanders in a very important match of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Hello again everyone and welcome back along to the second match of round 5 in Super Rugby Aotearoa, where the Hurricanes will be back at home at Sky Stadium taking on the Highlanders. This is a third versus fourth battle, and a battle that neither team can afford to lose. Just one win, and both those wins for both sides has been against the Chiefs. This is a game that could decide who will take the battle into third position and who will fight the Chiefs for that fifth spot. The Hurricanes, obviously with that first up home ground advantage, will be much happier, but can they get the job done here with their recent form being well short of impressive? They've made a number of changes for today's match as well. Some seem very clever, others leave you scratching your heads. Let's have a look at their team for tonight's game. The front row, Ben May will start the loose head with Asafo Almua at hooker, and Tyrell Lomax completes the front row. James Blackwell and Scott Scrafton are once again combining together in the middle of the pack, with Devon Flanders coming in at 6, Dupasi Karifi back at 7, and of course Artie Savia at number 8. TJ Perenara will captain the side with the injury absence of Dan Coles, and he'll be partnered now with Fletcher Smith, who'll be wearing the number 10 jumper for the first time this season. Nangaleo Mapi will be at inside centre, and his old pal Vince Arso is back in 13. The outside backs, Ben Lamb on the left wing, Corbus Van Ryk on the right, and Jordy Barrett will complete the 15 for the Hurricanes, looking for this big victory against the Highlanders. But this is a Highlanders side that has been very impressive throughout Super Rugby Aotearoa so far this season. They've suffered a few big injuries so as the season's gone on, but their side still plays with that passion and determination that you would expect out of the Southern franchise. They've also had a couple of changes in their side, like I mentioned, injury enforced, like Josh Dixon, who is now out in that second row, and we see Scott Gregory come back in, this time on the right wing, and in the back three combining with Shonan Nareki and Michael Collins, who will be at fullback. The midfield's the same, CO Tompkinson at 12 and Rob Thompson at 13. Aaron Smith and Mitch Hunt will be the halves yet again. The back row, impressive and important. Shannon Frizzell, Dylan Hunt and Marino Makaeli too will be at number 8. Puddy Parkinson will be still in that second row, and his new partner, like we said, Jack Wetton, with Aidan Johnson, Ash Dixon and Siati Tokalahi, that first choice front row, back together for the Highlanders. So the two sides have made their way out into the middle, ready for kickoff. The Highlanders will be doing that duty. It's Mitch Hunt with the ball on halfway, of course, in the blue, and the Hurricanes, like getting told, they're in the yellow and black. Underway we go. It's kickoff from the Highlanders, and away to the left-hand side where Artie Savia will drag it in for the home team. And Perenara saw they've lost the ball very quickly. Makaeli too gets it off the back, and Aaron Smith has his first touch of the game. Unexpected possession here. Tompkinson finds a nice ball to Dixon. Mitch Hunt, a little bit of room out here for the Highlanders. Rob Thompson can't quite get away. And a good tackle, just doing enough to put a foot in touch. A little bit of excitement and a little bit of attacking possession and territory for the Highlanders. Not what they would have expected, but they'll be taking it gleefully. Here's Almua throwing into the back, and it's Karifi who picks it up. Devon Flanders will play scrum half, and into the midfield it goes to Mapi. Showed a little bit before getting back to Flanders, who loses it. Now the Highlanders have a chance to attack. Beautiful break from Tompkinson. Can he link up? He can't. Ash Dixon was raging on his right shoulder. Takalahi, kick and go. Back to Aaron Smith, and he'll snipe through the gap. Oh, brilliant from the Highlanders. It's taken 2 chances from 2 errors from the Hurricanes, and the Highlanders have finally cashed in. A number of line breaks, a number of chances as well, but this one they took with both hands. Siati Tokalahi, brilliant run from him, changing directions back to Aaron Smith, who's got the rugby eye of a magician, and he set this up perfectly. Tokalahi, look at him go, dragged off Perenara, and then slipped it back where Aaron Smith left James Blackwell for dust. And the first try very quickly off the mark. The Highlanders lead 5-0. Kick to come from Mitch Hunt. And as we were down this competition, every kick is extremely important. Hunt from pretty much right in front. And he puts over the extra 2. It is 7 points to 0. Highlanders with the early lead over the Hurricanes. Well, they've been encamped in their own 22 almost for this whole match so far. The opening 10 minutes is Fletcher Smith gets us back underway. It is nicely claimed by the Highlanders, and they set it up just outside their 22. Bit of a fight on for the ball. Aaron Smith goes to Aidan Johnson, a bit of room out wide for Makali 2 once more, but he's gone just into touch again. The sideline not being the friend of the Highlanders so far tonight. It's the first real chance of possession here for the Hurricanes inside the Highlanders half. A 5-man line-out. Amua to throw. To the back he goes, and it's Scott Scrafton. Oh, nice little interplay to the middle of the line-out. Gives room for Perenara. It does come to Colt just outside the 22. It's Perenara again. Away to Blackwell. This could be a turnover. Hunt was over there quickly. Highlanders get numbers back, and they will turn this over. Aidan Johnson, big pass out from him to Rob Thompson, and he smashes this downfield. Huge kick from Rob Thompson. Geordie Barrett fields it on the bounce and hits it back. Again, left to bounce by the Highlanders. Back there is Putty Parkinson. Oh, that pass is advantage Highlanders. It's offside. It's not going to be back the other way. Mitch Hunt's kicked this, and that is as aimless as you'll ever see. What a disappointing finish there from Mitchell Hunt. I think he thought he had advantage and he could play on with that and go back to the penalty. But he's given, if anything, just easy possession back to the Canes when they were penalised for being offside. When I first heard the advantage, I thought it was a forward pass, but have a look at this from the Highlanders. It's a big scrum. And it will be a turnover as well. Smith misses out. Hunt goes all the way out to Thompson, who's kicking crossfield, looking to get in behind Van Wyk, but he's kicked too deep again. 2 poor kicks from the Highlanders. Corbus Van Wyk was chasing back, trying to cut it off, but in the end, it was far too deep from Rob Thompson. And again, we go back for a scrum near halfway. Perenara feeds. Can the Highlanders do it again? Seems a bit more steady this time from the Canes. And they should retain it now. It's back under the feet of Savia. Perenara goes to Smith. They open up on the outside, and Lamarpe slips it back inside. Now out to Flanders, who's gone a long way from the scrum as Devin Flanders. But in the end, just like the Highlanders, can't get away from that sideline. But good bit of territory gained there from the Hurricanes as we near the half-an-hour time barrier. As Ash Dixon throws, stolen the front from Blackwell. Now's the big chance as Lamarpe gets ahead of steam up, sips it back to Flanders, and the support is there in the middle from Scott Scrafton as well. Pick and go for the Hurricanes, and straight through, plenty numbers out wide. There's the try. Vince Arceau will be the scorer. Brilliant play from the Hurricanes. And how about that finish from Arceau as well? Straight through off that turnover line out. Pick and go from Tyrell Lomax, the former Highlander. And then an even better pass, getting on the outside of Gregory. And Vince Arceau hits back for the Hurricanes. And all sparked. Oh, that is bittersweet for the Highlanders. Tyrell Lomax, he was one of theirs last year. Now, he is assisting a try to Vince Arceau. Well, a big moment in the game there as we made our way towards half-time. 33 minutes on the clock. And Fletcher Smith curls that in perfectly off the left. Another one that was formerly a Highlander is doing it against his former side. Well, all these names, the Highlanders all remember. Fletcher Smith, of course, was one of them as well. Tyrell Lomax. As we get back underway. Deep kick this time from Hunt. Gregory makes a good tackle. Flanders is involved a lot and Scrafton. The big boys in the second row, and that's a penalty. Well, they've got to take the 3 here. The Highlanders take back that lead. Ben Lamb's getting an argument with Scott Scrafton. Got to be 3. Oh, they're going to the corner. Well, will this pay off? It's an outstanding kick from Hunt. But can they turn it into 7 points? They've got 2 minutes to do it. Dixon to throw. This is important to win the line out. They do. Parkinson does well. Straight to the line is Tompkinson. There was no deviation, but Flanders has turned it over. And they get out to Ben Lamb on the left. And he hits it up for a couple of metres. Perenara, pick and go. Back to Smith, who's kicked infield. Why would you want to end the half? It's gone down to Nareki, who beats one. Smith offloads. Makali too takes a tackle. Highlanders struggle to hold on to the ball. They may have done enough here. Shannon Frizzell goes to his right. Tompkinson again. Out to Scott Gregory. He's got too much to do. Far too much to do there. And the chance goes begging. And the Highlanders should be saying, why didn't we take the 3? We could have led 10-3 at the break. It is half-time. And it's the Highlanders who should be holding their heads in shame. They've had the possession and the territory on their side, but they just haven't turned it into enough points. 5 line breaks to 2. Not good enough on the day, and they should be sitting in the sheds with a tidy lead of at least 3 points. As it stands, it's all tied up. Well, what could have been? How will they rue that missed opportunity at the full-time whistle? We will find out as underway we go again. Fletcher Smith gets us back underway. And the Hurricanes, they've thrown men in here and they've turned this over. Perenara has the ball at the back and he goes all by himself and gets driven back straight on top of the last ruck. Here's Karifi. The wide ball out to Savia. He slips it back and says, what a pass! Funny penalty room to Karifi once more. He's going into the corner. Can he link? No.
Release.
Good tackle, taking him down very quickly. Savia again. Here's a big run from the big man and the number 1, Ben May. Right here for the Canes. Perenara, a little grubber kick in, will be too deep again. We've seen far too many of those tonight. The kicking options not the best by both sides. Although that won't cost the Hurricanes too much, we should go back for the 22, which we do. Don't know why you take a scrum 5 out from your own line, but here we are on the 22-metre line. Mitch Hunt slips a little short, dinky drop house. Gets to the 10-metre line and charging back as Corvus Van Wyk is hammered. Perenara slow to the breakdown. Now looks to launch something. Changes direction. Back in towards the breakdown. Highlanders with numbers. Highlanders could turn it over. It's slow. There's a little bit of joy in their faces. They've got it. Dylan Hunt has a little bit of a scamper by himself. Couldn't find Nareki on his shoulder. Tompkinson, wide ball, and straight through will go Thompson. Can he beat the last defenders? No, Rob Thompson just can't quite finish the chance. He sits up for Wetton to Dixon. Big numbers out wide here. C.O. Tompkinson, he'll do it himself. He won't need to create. He'll finish the job. And the try of the Highlanders has scored. And C.O. Tompkinson has done it again. Quick ball, quick thinking, quick option taking. That's what that was all about. Ash Dixon, brilliant work from him. Eyed the gap, held on to it long enough, threw the dummy, gave that defender that indecisive moment right there. Made him commit, and that freed up the easy running for C.O. Tompkinson, who still had Scotty McGregor outside him as well. Scott Gregory outside him as well. Well, that's a big play. That is a huge try for the Highlanders. And that takes them, of course, back into the lead with a chance to extend that through the boot of Mitchell Hunt. And he does that very easily. 14 points to 7. The Highlanders lead the Hurricanes. And we have just over 25 minutes to play. And it is the visitors with the lead. Fletcher Smith goes short, and Frizell eats those up all day long. Aidan Johnson, and they've got a bit of continuity here now as Jordan Araki. Oh, overrun from Mitch Hunt. Could have been away in the corner there, Hunt, but he's just done too much. Aaron Smith knocks it on. And now chance for the Hurricanes to play with the advantage on their side. It is just scrum, remember. As they go to Lamape, and that's a turnover. We will go back, of course, for the original penalty, which is a knock-on. See how Tompkinson is having a blinder out there. He's only got that turnover.
Crouch.
Lack of commitment by the Hurricanes, maybe so, but
set.
Still having a scorching match in the number 12 jumper tonight for the Highlanders. Big scrum here from the Hurricanes. Secure ball very quickly. Here is Smith. Out wide, Arso pops inside to Devon Flanders, who's really beaten everything. He's taken very high from the littlest man, Aaron Smith, and the referee is going to send him to the bin. Yellow card to Aaron Smith. Oh, that is a huge call by the referee. We have 17 and a bit to play, and Aaron Smith will miss half of that. And Fletcher Smith, it's all the Smiths at the moment, will take a shot at 3. This is huge. 53, just to the left-hand side. Looks straight enough. Has it got the legs? Oh, it does. Oh, very easily it's got the legs. No problems at all by Fletcher Smith. Thought we might have seen Geordie Barrett step up for that one, but no. Smith's back in the side, and he makes them pay with that penalty. 14-10 now, and still pretty much going to be 8 or 9 minutes without Aaron Smith on the park, so how can they make this an advantage for them, the Hurricanes? Not the breakdown like that, they won't. That was pretty average to start. Here's a pick and go. Salvia back to Perenara, and they find room straight through the middle of the park again. A nice little run from Flanders, not for the first time tonight. Perenara. Oh, big gaping hole as they look for Karifi to go through it again, and he offloads nicely. Turnover to the Highlanders. Oh, that is magical. And they found Michael Collins, who hoofs it downfield. Oh, Gregory, great chase there, but it's bust away even still. It's Geordie Barrett on the counter. Can he go away the corner? Chase comes across. They won't stop him. He's on for the try. Oh, no chance for Michael Collins. And the try, completely against the run of play, is scored by the Hurricanes. Geordie Barrett with an absolute scorching comeback. That was magical from the fullback, taking the kick deep and running all the way down the sidelines to score one of the great Super Rugby Aotearoa tries. Solo individual brilliance from Geordie Barrett. Well, that was something special. That has certainly turned this game upside down. And we could see a very exciting final few minutes coming our way. 15-14. Here's the conversion with 9 to play. Oh my goodness me. Fletcher Smith is having a stunning match out there. His goal kicking is beautiful to watch, how he can curl them in one side to the other. Majestic is what I'll call it. 8 to play. Highlanders 3 behind, the Hurricanes with the lead. Flanders grabs the ball down and they break away straight to the end. It's Duplessis Karifi. Where's his options? Where's the support? They're nowhere. He does get it eventually though. They come in nice and quickly and they get it straight back. Here's Perenara! And what an offload! Oh, what a finish as well. TJ Perenara, icing on the cake for the Hurricanes, and they'll take this crucial match against the Highlanders. Well, it was magical right from the get-go. Corbus van Wyk, oh, brilliant from the South African winger. And the double round from TJ Perenara. You watch him trot round to the outside. Here he comes. Bang, hits that at pace. And that really is a well-worked, intelligent try from the All Black scrum half. And that is the final nail in the coffin of the Highlanders. One would expect, with time well and truly ticking down, they can't score twice in just a couple of minutes. And of course, still the man in the bin, which has been the big deciding factor. Oh, he's hit the upright this time. Well, I gave him a bit of the curse of the commentator there. He said how well he's kicking, majestically kicking as well. And then he's gone and scuffed one off the upright. 3.5 to play. The Highlanders are back to 15 men. But the damage has been done. 14-10 when Aaron Smith left. He comes back on. It's 22-14. His team is down. And there is too much work to be done now as the clock is well and truly against them. Oh, but turnover. Makali too. Hitting it at pace again as Michael Collins. Big chance out wide for Rob Thompson. Oh, he just can't find Jonah Nareki, who's just been left helpless out on that left wing. Pick and go from Makali. Two! Picked up and driven into touch. That'll be full time. Big win for the Hurricanes. What a finish. The final 10 minutes has been world class by the Hurricanes, and they take the points here against the Highlanders. Well, that was quite a matchup between these two sides. Both teams gave it 150%, and we got quite the spectacle in the end. DJ Perenara, Vince Arso, and Geordie Barrett with a try apiece up against Aaron Smith and C.O. Tompkinson. It was Fletcher Smith, 2 out of 3 conversions and 1 penalty goal, whereas Mitch Hunt, perfect, 2 out of 2 from the tee for the Highlanders. Well, things evened up. To be fair, they completely swapped over, really. The Hurricanes, although not to the level the Highlanders did in the first half, they've turned around that possession and territory stat. Line breaks evened up massively, and look at the work the Highlanders had to do on defence. That yellow card proving to be the ultimate difference. That is it from me for our second match of round 5 in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Thank you everyone for tuning and watching. I hope you've enjoyed this fixture here today, and I'll be back in next weekend with plenty more, as well as reviews, previews, and all sorts going on the website and on the channel for the upcoming rounds and the round we're just witnessing tonight. Until next time though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for round 6. Until then, take care.